Hi, it's Lori Neverman from Common Sense Home, and today we're going to whip up some pumpkin pie. First, I'm going to start with a graham cracker crust, and I have a cup and a half of graham crackers, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, and some melted butter. And you can do this in the food processor if you want. I just like doing things by hand. It's quieter and I get a feel for how things are coming together. And with your graham crackers, you want about a cup and a half of graham crackers, and you want those, you can buy either the pre-made graham cracker crumbs or you can put them in your food processor and pulse them for a little bit, or put them in a plastic bag and roll over the top of them with a rolling pin until you get some nice crumbles. All right, we're gonna move in and pack this into the crust and then get it in the oven. And I've got my oven heating at 350. You just dump your graham cracker mix into the crust. And then I like to keep this thumb as a guide and run it along the top edge of my pie plate so that I don't have excess crumbness going higher than I need it. And then just use the other hand to pat and go around and do the outside edge evenly first. And then, once I've got my outside edge all set, then I can push the leftovers into the bottom. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You just want even coverage all around. After all, you're not going for a commercial pie. It's homemade. And then, oops, one more patch. Tuk, 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 tuk. Now this gets blind baked in a, that is baked empty, in a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes. And then we let it cool for 10 minutes, and then we add the filling. Now it's time to make up our filling. And I've got two cups of pumpkin. Whoops. There goes my wire whisk. It's gonna leave a mark. All right. 2 cups of pumpkin and a cup of maple syrup. Our spices and a little bit of flour in with the salt because the maple syrup tends to make this a softer batter, or softer custard, I should say. I'm actually going to set this aside for a moment. And we've got 3 eggs, lightly beaten. And a cup of whipping cream. And a half teaspoon of vanilla. And then this all gets whisked together. And we're going to pour that into our pie plate, which has had a chance to cool. And this is up to you how you do this. If you want, you can pour it here on the counter and then move it over into your oven. Or, oven is ready. As I bump the temp up to 400 to set the crust nicely, and then we're going to lower the temp for the end of the baking. So I think I'm going to move this in closer, and I'm feeling lucky, right, for the camera. I'm going to pour this into the pie crust. Ooh. But you can set this in your oven and then pour into the crust in the oven, but because we're working with the camera angles here, I'm going to just do this way. And then this is going to go into oven. I do have a drip tray but you could also use a sheet pan to catch any that bubbles up and goes over the edge. So into the oven for 10 minutes at 400. And here's our finished pumpkin pie. I did let it set up overnight, and so it's firmed up very nicely. And although I did whipped cream along the edge, which is a trick you can use if you're using a pastry crust, sometimes it'll tend to suck in, your filling will tend to suck in from the edge a little bit, and you're left with a gap there, so just fill it up with whipped cream. Everybody likes whipped cream. And it's got a unique flavor because of the maple syrup, and it's really tasty. It's a combination of several different recipes, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So I hope you enjoy it and have a wonderful holiday season. Thanks for watching.